What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. Today for Batman Month, we're reviewing Batman Ghosts by Sam Kieth, which this collects two stories. Batman Ghosts, which was in Batman Confidential issues 40 through 43, and Batman Lobo Deadly Serious issues 1 for 2. This normally goes for 20 US, 26 Canadian. I got for $5 at the dollar store. And I thought this was going to be a good read. Turns out it wasn't. Even the art inside the book, I wasn't a huge fan because it's drawn very dreamlike, it's just like I kind of was hoping more for like the Sandman or Max style. Here it's very drawn, very nightmare horror-esque. Like the first story is about Batman is investigating these murders of these homeless men around this soup kitchen, which it turns out to be this ghost made out of sulfur. And Batman befriends this blind girl who's a social worker, who's basically what's her name, Jen? I think Jen from the Max, right? And like they kind of grow this relationship for each other, and like the whole book is about them dealing with their individual trauma while chasing this ghost, trying to understand this ghost. And the ghost, they never figure out exactly what the ghost is. What ends up happening is that you find out it's revealed who murdered Callie's mom, and it ends with Callie tripping and falling and dying, hitting her head off the street, and the book ends. It's like such a dumb ending, man. I guess it's implied that the ghost is connected to her, right? The ghost that was going around killing homeless people was connected to her. So once she died, it just stopped. Right? So here's her. This is what happened. She tripped and then bam, hit her head and she's dead. It's like the dumbest crap. And Batman fell for this chick too, man. It was very dumb. Look how Gordon is drawn. Yeah, I thought that story was dumb. Next is Batman and Lobo story, which you would have thought that this story would have been good as well. Sorry, would have been good, but it turns out it sucked. It's about Batman getting teleported by this space chick into the spaceship where this alien entity is entering the women's bodies and going on mass murder sprees, right? And Lobo's also there. And Batman sees Lobo, who's like, you must be responsible for this. Tries to kick his ass. Gets his ass kicked. And you know what? Enough, Lobo. I'm not here to fight you. Says this after he gets his butt kicked, right? Yeah, so here you see lots of gore, by the way, and mayhem. So this is where you realize how dumb it's, you have these certain moments as a Batman fan where you realize how dumb Batman is as a character when there are people going around mass murdering people, but because of his oath of not killing, he's not going to kill them, right? And oh my god, and this eventually leads to Earth, right? It goes back to Earth. By lots of callbacks to to the Max. Here I like the art a bit more because it reminded me more of the Max. Alright. But yeah, but this story, both stories have feminist undertones, right? And both have feminist characters that kind of sacrifice themselves at the end, but not really. I don't know. It's dumb crap, right? Also, Lobo gets possessed at the end of the book, even though he's not female, because he has too much estrogen in his system, which you can get a lot of estrogen in your system by either whacking off too much or drinking beer. So it could have been one of those two things. Right? But yeah, I thought this story, was not as bad, but dude, yeah. So if I were to give this book, so overall, if I were to give this book a rating, it's at best it's a 5 out of 10. I was really disappointed. Love Sam Keith to max. Liked his work on Sandman, but this was just okay. And his art's very inconsistent in this book, especially in the first story. The second story was more consistent, but like, yeah, this was not a good book, and I would not recommend it. Maybe if you got it for cheap and you're a huge Sam Keith fan, but yeah, I didn't like this book at all. So I'm probably gonna end Batman month early. But we're going to do at least 3 more books. And the next book we're going to do is Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet. So this is by Kevin Smith and his actor friend Ralph Garman. His actor friend who I've only ever seen do like Kevin Smith projects. Yeah.